The training hall was very big. It was bigger than any building on Earth. The roof was so high that it looked like the sky. Bright blue lights floated in the air. They moved slowly like silent stars. The floor was made of strong black metal. It reflected every light and every shadow. Thousands of alien soldiers were sitting in rows. They came from many planets. Some had blue skin. Some had long arms. Some had glowing eyes. Some had metal parts in their bodies. All of them were quiet. They were waiting. In the center of the hall, a single human stood alone. His name was Daniel Cross. He was not tall. He was not big. He was not wearing heavy armor. He only wore a simple gray uniform. No special marks. No shining badges. No powerful weapons. Just a human. Many aliens looked at him and smiled. Some whispered to each other, "Is this a joke? Why did they bring a weak human here? Humans cannot fight like us." Daniel heard them, but he did not react. He stood straight. His hands were relaxed. His face was calm. Inside his mind, he was thinking, stay focused, stay alive. This was not his first test, but it was the most important one. The Alien Academy. This place was called the Galactic Combat Academy. It was the best military school in the galaxy. Only the strongest races trained here. Only the smartest soldiers were allowed inside. For hundreds of years, no human had ever passed a final combat test. Not even one. Humans were seen as too emotional, too slow, too weak, too simple. That was what the galaxy believed. Today, Daniel was here to change that. Or die trying. The powerful instructor. A tall alien walked forward. He was huge. His skin was dark green. His eyes were red like burning fire. His armor was gold and black. On his chest was the mark of a supreme instructor. His name was Commander Vrax. Everyone feared him. Everyone respected him. He had trained thousands of soldiers. He had seen hundreds die. He stopped in front of Daniel. He looked down at him. "You are the human," Vrax said. His voice was deep and cold. "Yes, Commander," Daniel replied. No shaking. No fear. Vrax raised one eyebrow. "Do you know where you are?" he asked. "Yes," Daniel said. "The best combat academy in the galaxy." Some aliens laughed quietly. Vrax continued. "Do you know how many humans failed here?" "Yes," Daniel said. "All of them." Now the hall became silent. Vrax stepped closer. "Then why are you here?" Daniel looked straight into Vrax's eyes. "Because someone has to succeed." Mockery and doubt. The audience reacted. Some aliens laughed loudly. Some shook their heads. Some felt angry. A human thinks he can win? How funny. He will cry in minutes. Even some human officers in the back were worried. One whispered, "He is brave, but too brave." Another said, "This place destroys people." Daniel heard nothing. He was in his own world now. He remembered his training. Cold nights, broken bones, endless running, no rest. He remembered his teacher on Earth, an old soldier with tired eyes. "Daniel," the old man once said, "technology fails. Weapons break. But your mind is your real weapon." Daniel never forgot that. The test begins. Vrax raised his hand. A blue screen appeared in the air. Final combat test. It showed. "Rules," Vrax said. "Rule 1, no team. You fight alone. Rule 2, no outside help. Rule 3, only approved weapons." A metal box rose from the floor. It opened slowly. Inside were energy rifles, laser pistols, plasma blades, high-tech weapons from many worlds, all shining, all powerful. Vrax pointed at them. "Choose," he said. Daniel walked forward. Slowly. Everyone watched him. He stopped in front of the box. He looked inside. Then he shook his head. "I will not use these," he said. The hall exploded with noise. "What? Is he crazy? Without weapons?" Vrax frowned. "You refuse our weapons?" "Yes," Dan replied. Then he reached inside his uniform, very slowly, very carefully, and pulled out 2 small metal guns. Old, dark, simple. They were revolvers, Earth weapons, from another age. The hall went silent. No one laughed now. They were confused. What are those? They look weak. Are they toys? Vrax stared. These are not Academy weapons, he said. They are mine, Daniel replied. I trained with them. Vrax paused. Then he smiled coldly. Very well, he said. Use your toys. The arena opens. The floor began to move. Metal parts shifted. Walls rose. Platforms appeared. The training hall became a battle arena. Smoke came from the ground. Red warning lights turned on. A voice spoke. Combat test begins in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Daniel closed his eyes. He took one deep breath. Then he opened them. The match started. The first enemy. A door opened on the other side. Something big walked out. Very big. It was an alien warrior called a Doctrine. 2 meters tall. 4 arms. Stone-like skin. Holding a giant plasma hammer. One hit could break tanks. The audience cheered. Doctrine. Doctrine. They knew him. He had never lost. Daniel looked at him. He did not move. Doctrine laughed. A human, he said. This will be fast. He charged. The ground shook. Daniel waited. 5 steps. 4, 3, 2, bang. One revolver fired. A loud sound filled the hall. No laser. No light. Just sound. The bullet hit. Right in the joint of Doctrine's armor. Crack. The armor broke. Doctrine screamed. He stopped. He looked down. Blood was coming out. Red and dark. He did not understand. How? He whispered. Bang. Second shot. Doctrine fell. The hall was silent. No cheers. No laughs. No voices. Only shock. Daniel stood still. Gun smoking. Eyes focused. Breathing steady. The turning point. Commander Vrax slowly stepped forward. For the first time in many years, he felt something new. Fear. This is not normal, he said quietly. These weapons, this human. The audience finally understood. This was not a joke. This was not luck. This was skill. Training. Experience. Pain. Daniel looked at Vrax. This is only the beginning, he said. And everyone knew. History was changing. The training hall was still silent. No one spoke. No one moved. Thousands of eyes were fixed on one human. Daniel Cross. He stood in the center of the arena, 2 revolvers in his hands. Smoke was still rising from their barrels. The giant Doctrine warrior lay on the ground, not moving, not breathing, defeated. A few minutes ago, everyone believed Daniel would lose. Now, everyone was afraid. Shock in the audience. Alien soldiers looked at each other. Some opened their mouths. Some touched their heads. Some could not believe what they saw. That was impossible. He used old weapons. How did he break Doctrine's armor? Even human officers in the back were shaking. One whispered, "He did it. He really did it." Another replied, "But this is only the start." They were right. The test was far from over. Commander Vrax is concerned. Commander Vrax watched Daniel carefully. His red eyes were narrow. His hands were tight. He had seen many fighters. Strong fighters. Fast fighters. Smart fighters. But Daniel was different. He did not fight like a machine. He did not follow patterns. He did not use academy rules. He followed instinct. And that scared Vrax. "Prepare the second phase," Vrax said. His voice was calm. But inside he was worried. Phase 2 begins. A loud sound echoed. The arena changed again. Walls moved. Platforms rose. Holes opened in the ground. Dark tunnels appeared. The place now looked like a war zone. A voice announced, Phase 2, Survival Combat. Opponent number 5. Attack from all sides. Daniel looked around. 5 enemies. At the same time. No break. No rest. No help. Many aliens smiled again. This time he will lose. No one survives Phase 2 alone. Daniel's memories. Daniel took a deep breath. He closed his eyes for a moment. He remembered Earth. He remembered ruined cities. Burning skies. Broken homes. He remembered running with no food. No water. No sleep. Just survival. His old teacher's voice returned in his mind. When rules fail, trust your heart. When plans break, trust your instincts. Daniel opened his eyes. I'm ready, he whispered. The 5 hunters. 5 doors opened. 5 enemies walked out. Each one was dangerous. First, a fast blue alien with sharp blades. Second, a tall robot soldier with heavy guns. Third, a shadow creature that could hide. Fourth, a fire-breathing warrior. Fifth, a sniper with glowing eyes. They surrounded Daniel. No escape. No safe place. The audience held their breath. The first attack. The robot fired first. Boom, boom, boom. Energy bullets filled the air. Daniel rolled to the side. The ground exploded. He jumped. He slid. He ran. Not straight. Not slow. Unpredictable. The blue alien rushed him. Blade shining. Daniel jumped backward. Bang! One shot. The alien's arm flew away. He screamed. He fell. 1 down. 4 left. The shadow enemy. Suddenly, everything went dark. Lights turned off. Smoke filled the air. The shadow creature was active. It moved silently. Invisible. Daniel could not see it, but he could hear. A small sound. A breath. A movement. He stopped. He closed his eyes. Listened. Step. Bang. He fired into darkness. A scream answered. The shadow enemy appeared. Dead. 2 down. Fire and steel. The fire warrior attacked next. Flames covered the arena. Heat burned the air. Daniel felt pain on his skin. His clothes burned, but he did not stop. He ran toward the fire. Everyone was shocked. Is he crazy? He will burn. Daniel jumped through flames, rolled on the ground, stood up behind the warrior. Bang! Bang! 2 shots. Fire stopped. The warrior fell. 3 down. Sniper in the shadows. A red light appeared on Daniel's chest. Sniper target. Daniel froze. 1 wrong move equals death. The sniper was far, hidden, protected. The robot soldier was still firing. No safe place. No cover. Daniel smiled slightly. He dropped 1 revolver. Everyone gasped. Why did he drop it? He ran, straight forward, toward the robot. Bullets hit around him. Dust flew. Metal broke. He jumped on the robot, climbed its back, shot into its head. Boom! Robot collapsed. 4 down. 1 left. The final shot. Only the sniper remained. Silence. No movement. No sound. Daniel walked slowly. He picked up his dropped revolver. He looked around. Nothing. Then, a reflection. A small light on a wall. Daniel aimed, without thinking, without waiting. Bang! Far away, something fell. The sniper. Dead. 5 enemies defeated. Alone. Total silence. No one spoke. No one moved. No one breathed. The arena was destroyed. Smoke everywhere. Broken machines. Burned ground. Dead warriors. And in the middle, Daniel. Standing. Tired. Injured. Bleeding. But alive. Victorious. The truth about rules. Commander Vrax walked forward. Slowly. He looked at the battlefield. Then at Daniel. You broke every rule, Vrax said. Yes, Daniel replied. And you still won. Yes, Daniel said. Why? Vrax asked. Daniel answered quietly. Because rules do not save lives. Thinking does. Feeling does. Instinct does. The words hit hard. Many aliens felt ashamed. They had trusted systems, not themselves. Rising respect. Whispers spread. He is real. He is dangerous. He is special. Some aliens nodded. Some bowed their heads. Some felt fear. Some felt admiration. Daniel became something new. Not a weak human. Not a joke. But a warrior. Warning from the commander. Vrax looked serious. Phase 3 will begin soon, he said. It is not a test. It is war. Daniel looked up. I'm ready, he replied. But inside, he knew the hardest fight was coming, and it would change everything, ending suspense. Far away, behind thick glass, Unknown figures were watching. Dark shapes. Silent. Dangerous. One of them said, "The human is a threat." Another replied, "Prepare the final trial." Daniel did not know, but destiny was moving, and the galaxy would never be the same again. The arena was destroyed. Broken metal. Burned walls. Smoke everywhere. The air still smelled of fire and energy. In the center, Daniel Cross stood alone. His uniform was torn. His face was dirty. Blood ran slowly from his arm, but his eyes were clear, strong, focused. He did not fall. He did not sit. He stayed ready, because he knew this was not over. A strange silence. For many seconds, nothing happened. No alarms, no lights, no voices. The crowd was frozen. Thousands of aliens were still watching, not breathing, not moving. They had seen strong warriors before, but never like this. Never human. Never with such simple weapons. Never with such calm. One alien whispered, "He fights like death itself." Another replied, "No, he fights like survival." Behind the glass wall, high above the arena, behind thick crystal glass, 3 figures were standing. They were members of the High War Council, the rulers of military power in the galaxy. First was Lord Zyron, tall, silver skin, eyes like cold stars. Second was General Karoth, wide body, mechanical arms, no emotions on his face. Third was Mistress Leary, thin, blue skin, very old, very smart. They were watching Daniel, and they were afraid. "This human is dangerous," Zyron said. "He does not follow our systems," Karoth replied. "He thinks," Leary whispered. "And thinking soldiers are hard to control." Commander Vrax receives orders. Commander Vrax's wrist device lit up. A secret message. Only he could see it. It was from the Council. Activate Phase 3. No limits. No safety. Vrax's eyes widened. He looked at Daniel, then back at the message. Phase 3 was not training. It was real combat. Many students had died in it. He walked slowly to the center. "Daniel Cross," he said loudly. "Phase 3 is approved." The hall reacted. Gasps. Fear. Shock. "That phase is forbidden. He will die." Daniel looked at Vrax. "Tell me the rules," he said. Vrax shook his head. "There are none." The truth about Phase 3. Screens appeared everywhere. They showed old videos, destroyed arenas, dead bodies, burning soldiers, failed cadets. "This is Phase 3, Vrax said, a living battlefield. You will face enemies trained only to kill. They will not stop. They will not feel. They will not show mercy." Many aliens turned away. They could not watch. Daniel watched calmly. Then he said, "When does it start?" Vrax paused. "Now." The dark zone opens. The floor opened. A deep hole appeared. Dark. Endless. Cold air came out. A platform rose from it. On it were strange pods. Black. Organic. Moving slightly. Like breathing. 5 of them. The voice announced. Phase 3. Predator units activated. The pods opened. Creatures came out. They were not normal soldiers. They were war beasts, made by science, mixed with machines. No fear, no pain, no mercy. Each one was stronger than 10 normal fighters. The audience screamed, "These are illegal. No one survives them." Daniel's fear. For the first time, Daniel felt fear, not in his heart, in his bones. His hands trembled slightly. He saw their eyes. Empty. Dead. He knew these things were made only to kill. He whispered to himself, "Stay human. Don't become a monster." He checked his revolvers. Only 6 bullets left. 6 against 5 monsters. One mistake equals death. The hunt begins. The beasts moved, slowly at first, like wolves, circling, studying. Then they attacked. One jumped. Another ran. 2 went left. 1 climbed the wall. Daniel ran. Not away. Through them. He slid under one beast. Bang. Shot to the neck. Metal broke. It fell. 4 left. But now they were angry. They roared. The sound shook the hall. Pain and blood. One beast hit Daniel. He flew across the arena, crashed into a wall. Bones screamed. Pain exploded. He coughed blood. Audience cried. He's finished. Daniel tried to stand. Failed. Tried again. Stood. Barely. He remembered his mother's voice. Never stay down, Danny. Stand. Always stand. He stood. Smart, not strong. Daniel changed his style. No more fast attacks. Now he used mind. He ran to a broken pillar. Climbed. Waited. One beast followed. Bang! Shot into its eye. Dead. 3 left. He threw dust. Used smoke. Created confusion. One beast attacked another. They crashed. Daniel shot both. 2 more down. 1 left. The biggest. The strongest. The leader. The final monster. This beast was different. It walked slowly. Confident. Armor like steel. Red lights in its body. No weak points. It spoke. Yes, human. Fight me. Everyone was shocked. It could talk. It was intelligent. Why? Daniel asked quietly. Because you are worthy. It charged. Faster than sound. Daniel fired. Missed. Fired again. Missed. Only 1 bullet left. The beast grabbed him. Lifted him. Crushed his chest. Daniel felt darkness. Cold. Silence. Death. The shot of destiny. In that moment, Daniel saw his whole life. Earth. Friends. Teacher. Dreams. Hope. He whispered. For humanity. He pushed his last strength. Placed the gun under the beast's jaw. Bang. Everything went white. After the smoke. The beast fell. Dead. Daniel fell too. Not moving. The hall screamed. Medics rushed. Racks ran. Check him, he shouted. They turned Daniel. His chest moved. Slowly. He was alive. Barely. History changes. The council watched in silence. Leary whispered. He won. Phase 3. Zyron closed his eyes. The galaxy will change. Karath said. We created a legend. A new name. Rack stood beside Daniel. He said softly, From today, you are not Cadet Cross. You are the gunslinger of Earth. The name spread. Across stars. Across worlds. Across history. Ending Hook. Far away. In deep space. An unknown fleet moved. Their leader said, Find a human. Before others follow him. And the hunt began. The medical room was quiet. Very quiet. Soft white lights moved slowly on the ceiling. Machines made low sounds. Beep, beep, beep. Daniel Cross lay on a floating bed. His body was covered with healing pads. His chest was wrapped in silver bandages. His face was pale. But he was alive. That alone was a miracle. Doctors from 5 planets stood around him. Some were amazed. Some were confused. Some were afraid. He survived Phase 3. No human ever did. How is this possible? A dream between life and death. Daniel was not awake. He was somewhere else. In his mind, he was walking on Earth. A small street. Old buildings. Warm sunlight. He saw his teacher sitting on a bench. The old man smiled. You're still fighting, son, he said. Daniel nodded. I'm tired, Daniel replied. I know, the teacher said. But the galaxy is watching you now. Why me? Daniel asked. The old man looked at him. Because you never stopped being human. Then everything faded. Awakening. Daniel opened his eyes. Light hurt them. He blinked. Slowly. A human officer stood near him. Her name was Captain Mira Holt. She had short hair, strong eyes, a calm voice. You're safe, she said. Daniel tried to speak. His throat was dry. Water, he whispered. She helped him drink. You were unconscious for 3 days, Mira said. 3? Daniel asked weakly. Yes, she replied. And in those 3 days, everything changed. News across the galaxy. Mira turned on a screen. Images appeared. News channels. Headlines. Big letters. Human defeats Phase 3. Gunslinger of Earth becomes legend. Alien Academy shocked. Daniel watched. In silence, videos showed his fight. Slow motion. His last shot. The beast falling. Crowd screaming. He's famous, Mira said. Daniel frowned. I didn't want fame, he replied. Mira smiled sadly. The galaxy doesn't care what you want. Fear in high places. Far away, inside a dark council room, Lord Zyron walked in circles. General Karath hit the table. Mistress Leary stayed silent. Our balance is broken, Karath said. One human has destroyed our image. Zyron replied, if others follow him, we lose control. Leary finally spoke. Humans fight with heart, she said. You cannot program that. Silence followed. Then Zyron said, then we must control him. An offer he could not ignore. 2 days later, Commander Vrax came to see Daniel. He stood at attention. No pride, no anger, only respect. You changed this place, Vrax said. Daniel sat slowly. I only survived, he replied. Vrax shook his head. No, he said. You proved our system is weak. Then he handed Daniel a small device. What is this? Daniel asked. An offer, Vrax replied, to become an instructor. Gasps filled the room. Mira looked shocked. You wanted to teach aliens? She asked. Yes, Vrax answered. Because we need to learn. Daniel stayed silent. Message from Earth. That night, Daniel received a call. From Earth. His mother appeared on screen. Her hair was gray now. Her eyes were wet. Danny, she whispered. I saw you. He smiled weakly. I'm okay, Mom. I was scared, she said, but proud. She held something, his old photo, from childhood. You always stood up, she said, even when you fell. The call ended. Daniel sat quietly, thinking. A new role. The next morning, Daniel walked into a classroom. Hundreds of alien cadets waited. They stood when he entered, not laughing, not mocking, respecting. Vrax announced. From today, Daniel Cross will teach survival combat. Whisper spread. The human is our teacher? Strange times. Daniel stood in front. He looked at them. You know your rules, he said. Forget them. They were shocked. Rules can fail, he continued. Your mind must not. He showed them Earth fighting. Cover. Movement. Improvisation. Mistakes. Learning. Pain. Growth. Slowly. They understood. Enemies in the dark. Not everyone was happy. In hidden stations, secret groups met. They called themselves the Pure Order. They believed aliens must rule. Humans must obey. Their leader spoke. Daniel Cross is poison. He makes us weak. We must remove him. Plans were made. Weapons prepared. Assassins chosen. First attack. One night, Daniel walked alone. Back to his room. Lights were low. Hallways silent. Suddenly, 3 shadows moved. Energy knives appeared. Attack. Daniel reacted instantly. He rolled. Grabbed one attacker. Used his own weapon. Fired. 1 down. 2 left. They ran. Security arrived. Too late. Mira rushed to him. Are you hurt? She asked. No, Daniel replied. But this was a warning. Truth revealed. Vrax looked serious. The council fears you, he said. They did not order this, but they allow it. Daniel clenched his fists. So I'm a tool now, he asked. Vrax answered quietly. You are a symbol, and symbols are dangerous. Decision time. Daniel stood near a window. Stars outside. Endless. Beautiful. Cold. Mira stood beside him. You can leave, she said. Go home. Daniel shook his head. If I leave, they win. He looked forward. I'll stay. I'll protect this change. Mira smiled. I'll stand with you. Rising storm. Far in space. A massive fleet moved. Unknown flags. Silent engines. Their commander spoke. Target Galactic Academy. Objective. Capture Daniel Cross. War was coming, and everyone knew it would be bigger than any test. Ending hook. Daniel loaded his revolvers. Checked them carefully. He looked at the stars. Come, he whispered. I'm ready. and the galaxy prepared for its biggest storm. The stars were shaking. Huge warships moved silently through space. Dark metal bodies. Red lights. Cold weapons. No mercy. The unknown fleet was close. Very close. Inside the Galactic Combat Academy, alarms began to ring. Woo! 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 Red lights flashed everywhere. Doors closed. Shields activated. Soldiers ran. Commanders shouted. War had arrived. The warning. Commander Vrax rushed into the control room. Enemy fleet detected, he shouted. Distance 5 minutes. Panic spread. Technicians worked fast. Screens showed hundreds of ships. More than anyone expected. This is an invasion, Mira said. They came for you, Vrax told Daniel. Daniel stood quietly, looking at the screen. So many ships. So much power. So much death. He whispered, then they will have to go through me. A choice for humanity. Vrax turned to Daniel. You can still leave, he said. A small ship is ready. We can send you to Earth. Daniel shook his head. No, he replied. If I run, humans will always run. Mira stepped forward. We fight, she said, with him. Slowly, aliens and humans stood together, side by side. No hate, no pride, only unity. Daniel looked at them. His voice was calm. Today, he said, we are not aliens or humans. We are survivors. The first strike. Space exploded. Enemy ships opened fire. Blue beams. Red missiles. White energy waves. Boom. 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 The Academy's shield shook. Walls cracked. Windows broke. Screams filled halls. Defense guns fired back. But they were weaker. They're breaking through, a soldier shouted. Daniel closed his eyes. He remembered Phase 3. Fear. Pain. Hope. He opened his eyes. We counterattack, he said. How? Vrax asked. With their weakness, Daniel replied. They trust machines too much. Daniel's plan. Daniel stood before commanders. He pointed at the screen. These ships are connected, he said. One system. One brain. If we destroy the center, all of them fall. Mira frowned. That ship is protected, she said. Impossible to reach. Daniel smiled slightly. Nothing is impossible. Silence followed. Then Vrax spoke. I'll lead the fleet, he said. Mira said, I'll fly with him. Daniel looked at them. Thank you, he whispered. The last flight, a small battleship launched. Inside were Daniel, Mira, and Vrax. No army. No backup. Just 3 souls. Against hundreds. Stars passed quickly. Explosions everywhere. Enemy fire missed them by inches. Warning sounds screamed. Left. Down. Now. Mira flew like lightning. Dodging. Turning. Diving. They reached close. Very close. The command ship appeared. Huge. Like a floating city. Black and red. Full of guns. This is it, Vrax said. Boarding the enemy. They crashed into the ship. Boom. Metal broke. Doors exploded. Smoke filled the air. Enemy soldiers rushed. Daniel jumped first. Revolvers ready. Bang. Bang. 2 enemies fell. Mira followed, using energy rifle. Vrax charged, with power armor. They fought room by room. Step by step. Blood. Fire. Pain. Daniel was hit. Shoulder burned. Leg bleeding. But he did not stop. He kept moving. Always forward. The enemy leader. They reached the core room. Huge. Bright. Full of screens. In the center stood a tall figure. Black armor. Silver mask. Cold voice. I am Lord Varzen, he said. Leader of the pure order. So you are the human. Varzen continued. You made us afraid. Daniel raised his guns. You made yourselves afraid, he replied. Varzen laughed. Power rules the galaxy, he said. Not feelings. Daniel answered, wrong. Hope rules it. The final battle. Varzen attacked. Energy blade appeared. Fast. Deadly. Daniel jumped back. Fired. Missed. Varzen was too fast. He cut Daniel's arm. Blood fell. Mira tried to help. She was thrown away. Rax attacked. Knocked down. Daniel stood alone. Weak. Tired. Bleeding. Varzen walked closer. "You are finished," he said. Daniel looked up. "No," he whispered. "Not yet." He remembered his mother, his teacher, Earth, his friends, all humans, all aliens, all dreams. He stood. Pain disappeared. Only purpose remained. He ran. Varzen attacked. Daniel slid. Placed gun under Varzen's mask. Bang! The mask broke. Varzen fell. Dead. The system falls. Alarm screamed. Core unstable. System failing. Daniel ran to control panel. Hit emergency button. "All ships disconnected," he said. Outside, enemy fleet stopped. Lights turned off. Engines died. One by one, they drifted, silent, defeated. The war ended. Just like that. Return of a hero. The Academy welcomed them. Cheers. Tears. Smiles. Aliens and humans hugged. No fear. No hate. Only joy. Daniel walked slowly. Weak, but proud. Rax bowed. "All hail," he said. "The Guardian of Unity." Crowd repeated. "Guardian of Unity. Guardian of Unity." Daniel raised his hand. "Stop," he said. "I'm not a hero. I'm just human. And humans don't give up." The message to the galaxy. A broadcast was sent. Every planet. Every station. Every world. Daniel spoke. "We are different, but we feel the same. We fear. We hope. We love. If we fight, we die. If we stand together, we live." Silence followed. Then, applause. Across stars. Across worlds. Across history. A new beginning. Months later, the Academy changed. New rules. New training. Humans and aliens together. Daniel walked through halls. Students smiled, respected, learned. Mira walked beside him. "You did it," she said. "We did it," Daniel replied. Rax joined them. "The galaxy is safer," he said. "Because of you." Daniel looked at the stars. "I just showed them one thing," he said. "What?" Mira asked. "That even small hands can hold big hope." Final scene. On Earth, children watch the story. Dream bigger. On alien worlds, soldiers train smarter. On distant planets, peace grew. And in history books, one line was written. When fear ruled the galaxy, one human chose courage. And everything changed. Glowing star the end, glowing star.